Hello, and welcome back to the Inspire Academy Elementary English Unit 7. What will you learn in Unit 7? In Unit 7, you will learn all about food, types of food, food at home, and food in restaurants. Let's start with types of food. There are 4 food groups: fruit and vegetables, dairy, grains, and protein. Meat, fish, poultry, and proteins can also be beans and nuts, even though beans and nuts are not showing in this picture. Fruits and vegetables can be carrots, tomatoes, lettuce, peppers, or celery. Dairy can be cheese, eggs, and milk. Grains can be bread, noodles, or grains can be wheat, which people typically make bread out of wheat. It can also be oatmeal, which is like which people have for breakfast. And it can also be other grains like quinoa. For proteins, we have meat, fish, shrimp, there's ham, beef, chicken, and even though it's not pictured, there are also vegetable proteins or legumes like nuts or lentils or beans. Eating at home. If you're going to be eating at home, you often cook your food or make your food in a kitchen. Some people cook by themselves, and some people cook together as a family. For lunch, in some cultures, lunch is very simple. You have a sandwich, which is pictured here. And in other cultures, lunch is a large meal, where you can have things like rice, meat, vegetables, salad, or it could be a 5-course meal. For dinner, lunch is usually in the afternoon. Dinner is usually in the evening or late afternoon. Dinner is typically a larger meal. In the North American culture, Canada, US, dinner is usually the main meal. People sometimes eat alone or they eat together as families. For breakfast, in some cultures, like what these two women are meeting for breakfast, they have orange juice and they are eating croissants. Um, in some cultures, the breakfasts are different. They have eggs. In some cultures, they have yogurt and bread. And in others, they have fish. And in some cultures, their breakfasts include eggs and meat. So, what do people do to eat at home? At home, some of the activities are cooking meals together, like we went over before, ordering meals from restaurants, eating with family members or eating alone, visiting with each other. And then, of course, there's cleanup time, putting the dishes in the sink and washing the dishes. Eating in restaurants. In some restaurants, you would have to make a reservation. You would call the restaurant and see if there's any room that day, or you would make a reservation a week ahead in advance or a month before you go to the restaurant. What do you need to ask, or what do you need to say when you are making a reservation? You need to answer the following questions: what, when, who, and how many. What do you want? I would like a table. When do you want it? I want the table next week on Friday at 7 p.m. Who is going to be there? Myself, my friend, and my daughter and my son. For how many people do you want the reservation? For 4 people. So here's another example of how you would make a reservation. Hello, I would like to make a reservation for 6 people for 6 p.m. this evening under the name Sam. That is a typical way of making a reservation at a restaurant. When you arrive to the restaurant, you go to the desk and you say, "Hello, I have a reservation." You, the hostess or the host will then seat you and hand you a menu. When you arrive and you're seated and you're looking at the menu, you can choose what you want to order. Then you tell the waiter or the waitress or the server, "We are ready to order. We would like to order 4 cheese pizzas, 6 house salads, and 6 sodas, please." Let's do a knowledge check. If a restaurant has eggs, pancakes, bread, butter, and jam on its menu, what kind of restaurant is it? A bar, a breakfast restaurant, a lunch restaurant, or a dinner restaurant? Question 2. Where do families eat? In the kitchen, in the dining room, outside on their deck or balcony? All of the above. Question 3. The 4 food groups are proteins, grains, dairy, fruit, and vegetables. Poultry, eggs, vegetables, and bread. Takeout, eat in, at home, and restaurant. None of the above. And the answers are: if a restaurant has eggs, pancakes, bread, butter, jam on its menu, what kind of a restaurant is it? It's a breakfast restaurant. At home, where do people eat? In the kitchen, in the dining room, outside, on their deck or their balcony? All of the above. The 4 food groups are grains, proteins, dairy, fruit, and vegetables. So today we took a look at food, types of food, food at home, and food in restaurants. That's all for today. Have a great day and see you soon.